Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul. Today we're going to go through some messages for March 2023. So we are going to look at some general messages, money, career messages, love and relationship messages, and then just any sort of guidance or spiritual messages at the end for each pile. So we have 3 today that you can choose from. We have pile number 1 here with the moon agate crystal. We have pile 2 with the smoky quartz raw crystal here. And we have pile number 3 with this, I think it's a quartz crystal here. So take your time to intuitively choose which pile you feel most drawn to. Timestamps will be down below for you if you feel called to multiple groups. Potentially, maybe there's like there might be a career message in another one. So take what intuitively feels like it's resonating with you and leave the rest for somebody else. But yeah, so I will let you guys choose your pile. Timestamps will be down below whenever you are ready, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this moonstone agate crystal. It's going to be your reading for March 2023. So we have the diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Okay, so you guys could definitely be doing some shadow work here in March, or really maybe possibly even in the space of breaking free of certain limitations or beliefs around certain things, like whatever kind of your more shadow traits are, right? Like patterns that you kind of find yourself falling into. I feel like you're going to be working through those, or at least if anything, you're very aware of them. And so when they creep up, you are going to be able to kind of transition out of that energy. So I feel like you're working with this in a very constructive and positive way here. Okay, so you definitely could be doing some shadow work. We're going to go through the rest of the oracles for the general portion here before we get into the 3 sections. Yeah, we also have reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. We have security here. I'm actually going to put this crystal here. We also have River of Blessings, releasing constraints. Yeah, there's something that you are kind of like freeing yourself of. We also have the Venusian Galactic Council, Star Being Guides, Answer the Call, Time to Shine. And your last one here, we have Surrender to Worry. Make a commitment to not lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. So again, I am getting like a strong shadow work energy here from this pile. Like I feel like you're trying to find more stability. You're trying to find, it could even just be a stability in like how you feel as well. But I do feel like you're really trying to open up your blessings, or really try to bring manifestation in. And in that, I feel like it's almost like maybe you've been feeling like I really need to work on my belief system. I really need to work on my mindset when it comes to the things that I'm trying to create in my life. And so there's definitely something around your beliefs of like you believing in what you want to do or who you want to be, and really letting that shine, really allowing that aspect of yourself to come out here, and not being like caught up in the worry, realizing that any obstacles or challenges that you're facing are an opportunity for you to grow, versus kind of be taken down by, or that it's like feeling like you're not going to be able to get out of it. So I think there's a big perspective shift on challenges in your life here that is going to be happening in March. I do feel like this is also you just like really trying to do the work to like not be so, when those negative situations, if you want to call them that, or like the challenges in your life start to happen, you don't totally shut down. So I think you're going to be working on that, and really just continue to move towards the life that you're wanting to have here. When you can release this restriction and you can really kind of like not be so restricted by these worries, these thoughts, or these feelings or beliefs, the more shadow aspect, then I feel like things are going to feel like they're flowing a lot more for you. And so you might feel like, oh, things are starting to come to me a little bit easier here once you reframe that perspective on whatever this is. And this could be in like kind of any aspect of your life here, where I feel like, yeah, you're kind of like, there's just a lot of growth, or there's just this shift in your mindset around this situation here, or just in general. Some of you just might have a very active mind. You could have like air in your chart. Some of you, when I just moved that crystal, you could have air as a moon sign for some of you. So that could be significant depending. It doesn't have to be, but it could be for some of you. I just saw 444 on the clock. But yeah, I feel like your mindset and your feelings around what it is that you're doing and kind of where it is that you're going is you're going to feel more stable and secure within your mind. And just how you feel like day to day. I see you really working on that. So let's get into your money career message here. We have an oracle and then we have some tarot that I've pulled. So your oracle here is trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with brilliant epiphany. I'm also present to clear away any of your worries so that you can trust your divine guidance. So we have worry here twice. And again, just that overall sense of like trusting that process. I think you could have a really good idea. This is like the Ace of Swords here. And obviously a brilliant epiphany. So I think you're having kind of some insight here around possibly what to do when it comes to your money career, or something comes across your path and you're like, wow, that's an amazing idea, or that could really work, something to that effect. But this also could just be your own, you coming up with like your own solution here. Let's see what the oracles are. We have the Queen of Swords. There's that air energy. We have Judgment. And we have the Strength card. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, your mind is going to become quite clear when it comes to your purpose, where you're trying to go. With the Judgment energy, it's like it's literally on this card, it says answer the call in the center here, time to shine. But with that answer the call, that can literally be the judgment. Like, are you going to answer the call and step into the new world, right? Are you going to rise above or rise out of these coffins into the new world? And I feel like this is taking strength or courage, or there's some sort of maybe like feeling like you have to make a bold move to be able to move in this direction. But I feel like from a mental perspective, you're getting very clear with the Queen of Swords and the trust the guidance you're receiving. I feel like mentally, again, it's like you either have an idea or something's becoming very clear in your brain if you already have something that you're pursuing. For those of you who are trying to like improve your financial situation or change your financial situation in some sort of way, I almost feel like there's a decision that you have to make around like, how do I fix this, and coming up with a solution, basically. It might be very different than what you've done in the past. And so I feel like there's this sense of, yeah, like just like having to do something differently maybe, or maybe for some of you, I'm getting like becoming more strict, a little bit more restrictive. So maybe you're, you know, being a little bit more cautious of your spending, or maybe you're budgeting or something like that. Like you could just be in this space of like, you know what, I need to be a little bit more smart about my finances and my resources and where I'm putting things. But you could also have a really good idea that helps you achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve when it comes to your money situation. So however that kind of shows up for you. But I do feel like there's this kind of bold energy, but also it's not so much like action. Some of you, this is like coming up with the kind of mindset piece or the mental piece of like getting this idea, becoming really sure of it, and then being very confident in that, yes, this is the path to move forward. And then you're going to kind of start to move forward. You might start to move forward kind of in like Aries season here. Okay. So kind of a little bit later into the month, into April even. Okay. But I feel like there's some sort of like idea or clarity that's coming when it comes to how to move forward in a situation or how to get you out of a situation. And some of you are really starting to make some big decisions when it comes to like your purpose or the direction that you feel like you are to be going into when it comes to your money, career, and finances. So now we're going to look at one more thing when it comes to this message is also like letting things play out the way that they're going to play out. So releasing that need to kind of control the situation. You have control over yourself and the actions that you take, but not trying to control the outcome of a situation in the sense of like it has to happen this way. Releasing that need to worry about the situation, just kind of like letting the chips fall where they may kind of thing. So I do feel like though with the strength, there's like a sense of stability here that you are starting to kind of like feel here as well. So take that obviously how it resonates, but we're going to get into the love category here. So you have instinct, pile 1, and you have confusion. Okay, so there's a situation here that I feel is like trusting you or wanting you to trust your instincts. You might be kind of confused, or someone could be confusing you, and it's asking you to trust that. Like things shouldn't be confusing. Some of you feel like this person or this situation is confusing you, and it's giving you kind of like maybe some red flags, or it's giving you an uneasy feeling a little bit. And I feel like there's this need for you to trust that feeling that you're getting, that gut feeling that you're getting here. Sorry, these cards are just very like popped up here. Okay, so yeah, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Cups. So this does look like there's the end of worrying here, 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. There's disappointment here. I just feel like there's a situation that you don't feel good about. You could be picking up in the sense that like there's a situation that's heading in a not great direction. So some of you could have a relationship that's coming to an end here. I feel like there's disappointment here. Like there's something that's leading you to believe like this isn't going in a positive direction. And so there's this sense of like possibly leaving something behind. Some of you could feel a little bit betrayed, or like you've been duped a little bit. So I feel like this is heavily on your mind as well. So you could have a lot of like mental thoughts around this, or just find yourself like maybe even for some of you definitely could be having a hard time sleeping at night because it's just on your mind so frequently. There's also this like emotional sadness too. Like there's the mind and the heart at play here. And so I just feel like there's sadness and disappointment about like this falling apart. But the 5 of Cups, there's always the 2 cups behind him that are standing upright. And I feel like this is saying like, you know, let this situation go, trust your instincts here on this situation, and turn around and move in a new direction. You'll see that there's better opportunities. This was not the be all end all. And I think it's not until you get into those situations sometimes that you see that, but I feel like there's kind of like a firm ending here that you're realizing. And some of you, you've been feeling this for a while, or maybe you haven't been trusting your gut and you've been kind of holding on to something here, the relationship here, longer than you know maybe you should have. And I feel like there's going to be, you're going to see signs and synchronicities that like this is kind of the end, right? Like this, you need to move forward and move beyond this situation and get yourself out of the confusion, right? So there definitely could be a definitive ending. Someone could be, and this could be you even, but like you could be saying that there's an ending, like with the swords and the 10 specifically, I'm getting like words. So someone could say something, or something is said that it confuses you, or, you know, again, just gives you a bit of a red flag. Like some of you, this is a newer situation, like a newer person. Others of you, this is like someone who maybe you've been with for a little bit. It doesn't feel like super long term, but I mean, again, it's general, so take it how it resonates. But I do see there being like the sense of loss when it comes to a relationship, but I think in the long run, you're better for it. And I know that, you know, it's not always comforting, but I just feel like you're kind of at your wit's end a little bit with this situation. And I think you're at this place where you're like, you know what, I need to start trusting myself. When, you know, I'd feel uneasy, there's a reason why I feel uneasy, kind of situation. And as well, when we're in these relationships, like, because I've been in these, but it's like when you're in these relationships or situationships where it's like you're constantly worried about like, what's this person doing? What did they mean by that? Like when you really feel like you have to read between the lines, you don't feel safe in that connection, right? There's always this sense of like having to figure something out because there's no clear direction. And that's never going to be a relationship that makes you feel good, right? There's always going to be this sense of like, you know, kind of constantly trying to read between the lines. It's a lot of mental activity. It's a lot of stress. And, you know, we all deserve better than that. We don't deserve to be in these situations where we constantly have to worry about someone's intentions or how they really feel about us, right? And so I feel like that also with this surrender to the worry, it's like, if this person is interested or if this person is serious, they'll show you that, right? And if that means that you're pulling away because you're like, I just don't see, like I'm putting in a lot of effort and like I'm not getting any clarity, or this person feels like they're just kind of like pulling you around. Sometimes when you take a step back, it allows them to kind of step up. But I feel like this is more so like you're probably going to be disappointed that this person won't step up, is kind of what I'm getting. So let's get some kind of spiritual insight, spiritual message here. It's usually kind of just like a miscellaneous pile, like whatever kind of needs to come through. Sometimes it's related to these, other times it's like its whole own message, but you guys have omens. So I did mention signs and synchronicities. I was kind of getting the signs with the wolf here. Some of you it's giving me like, the wolf energy was giving me kind of like, you know, an indigenous culture when like the wolf symbolizes, you know, when you start seeing a wolf and that sort of thing. Like there's just something I just feel like you need to pay attention to, something that your intuition's like hinting like, hey, and this could be in a lot of different aspects of your life, because I feel like there's also ideas and insight coming towards you as well in kind of your more like career life as well. So we have omens, we have the King of Wands, we also have the World card, and we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. So this is, there's a completion here to the World, the Ten of Cups, but this would be a positive, kind of like a success, basically. And let me these are kind of off to the side, so I'll hold these up for you. I feel like this has to do with like your success. Some of you there could be a person around you here that you're needing to pay attention to, this King of Wands, possibly. If it's not that, I feel like this is signs and synchronicities around your success and your, I almost feel like the King of Wands is hinting at like how you attract other people or how other people see you, like being aware that other people, like this could be family or friends, or this could even just be in your community, but how people perceive you. People may perceive you as successful, or you may have some really positive things coming in here that are showing you, even if they're small things, but really positive things coming in that are showing you that you're on the right path and you're doing the right thing and you are successful. The World can also talk about travel. So for some of you, you could be looking at moving, especially with the Ten of Cups, you know, it could be like family home. So some of you could be looking at moving. This could be for your career, or this could be possibly with a person, or maybe your family's moving, or maybe if you are married or something like that, your spouse. might get a new job, or you might just have this idea that like moving would be in the best interest for you in general. So I feel like there's basically what this is saying is like there's positive things that are happening around you. I feel like it's just a matter of paying attention to those things. There is disappointment in some connection here, but at the same time, I feel like there's also really positive connections around you and people around you that you are loved, you are appreciated, and this might just be a little bit of a blip here with whoever this is, but that doesn't mean that you don't have that support in other aspects of your life. So I would just kind of like, yeah, just pay attention to the positive things. Again, it's like that reframing of like things are happening for me, not to me. And when you can release, this is restriction, right? Like however this relationship is playing out right now, this confusion, this lack of clarity, this, you know, kind of sadness, it's all restriction, right? And I just feel like it's blocking blessings. It's blocking from a really positive relationship coming into your life. And so when you can kind of let this go, that's when you're going to start to open yourself up to more positive experiences in relationships as well. So I just see you really working on your shadow aspects here, group one, and as well, really starting to see the more positive things and starting to see positive gains and success in your life when it comes to just the things that you're trying to achieve, or this goal that you're trying to achieve. Some of you could have, when this relationship ends, you could have a new person again start to kind of come into your life, or this person may already be in your life and that comes into your awareness, right? But it'll kind of happen when it's meant to happen. So we also have shed old skin for your final message here with snake. So again, I just feel like that's this shadow work you're doing, this transformation that you're doing. And again, you could be shedding old aspects or old relationships here as well. We have be graceful in movement and action. Yeah, and then we have transform and unveil your gifts. So I think you're starting to really move forward. You could see the sense of progress here. Again, you're getting good ideas, you're moving forward, or you're going to be like coming up with the ideas to be able to move forward in a really positive, easeful way. And I think you're going to start to kind of transform and change. And especially in your career life, I feel like there's this sense of you really stepping into your power here and answering that call and stepping into your purpose. So there's a sense of confidence that's coming in your actions that you're taking. And when it comes to relationships, I feel like you're kind of like releasing the ones that are bringing up this sense of confusion and worry, and reframing those situations so that you can bring in better ones, right? So that you can really have the positive experiences that you're looking for. And at the bottom of the deck, we have stay rooted and grounded. So that's pretty much what I have for you, pile number one. Hopefully that resonates for you guys. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hat pile number two, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this smoky quartz raw crystal. This is going to be your reading for March 2023. So we have Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Okay. I think you're kind of like returning back home to yourself. There's a sense of like, maybe feeling like you've been an outsider, or that you are an outcast, or like you feeling like maybe you don't belong, but it's like you found that sense of belonging within yourself here. Like you're starting to kind of be more comfortable in yourself, or with yourself, and just, you know, who you are and what you stand for, and yeah, kind of like embracing your uniqueness in a way. We also have courage. It says, let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. We also have gratitude. We have summoning power, instinct, intellect, and control, number 4. We have Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. And we have surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Okay, so I feel like there's this sense of, what is kind of the word I'm looking for here? There's this sense of like being almost like at ease, or the sense of like acceptance. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting, is like acceptance. Now there could definitely be a relationship here that you are kind of taking a step back from in some way, where you're not trying to control the situation the way that maybe you have, right? You're kind of just, I feel like there's a sense of like self-confidence. So it's like, if this isn't going to work, then it's like, it's just not going to work. Like there's just this sense of, again, like this sense of acceptance. I feel like there's gratitude, or there's a need to have gratitude for your situation, your experiences. And I just feel like you're in this place, like you're in a very powerful place here. Like you have this sense of control over yourself and the situation here. And it's like you've kind of figured something out. I feel like you've activated kind of a portal here for yourself. Like you're going through a little bit of a rebirthing here when it comes to you and the cycles of your own life, and kind of like where you're trying to go next. Like I almost feel like there's this sense of you releasing things, like things that are out of your control, you know, like controlling the things that you can control, and releasing, you know, the need to control other things that you can't control, basically, right? And if people are going to come along with you on that journey, then that's great. But if they're not, then they're not, right? There's kind of this sense of like, you know where you belong, and what you're trying to aim for. And so therefore you're confident in that, and you're using that energy and taking that courage and moving towards this kind of like rebirth here for yourself. So you could be feeling like you're really kind of like getting this surge of like energy, or this kind of surge of like, yeah, just energy. It could be creative energy as well. Like you could feel creatively in certain aspects of your life. You feel really connected. Just like motivated a little bit to like move forward in some capacity here in your life. So I feel like you're making big strides in your life, and it's, again, if people are going to do the work and come along with you, then that's great. But if not, then so be it, kind of thing, is kind of the energy I'm getting here. I do see you kind of wanting to take some sort of bold movement, or again, there's kind of like what feels like an opening here for you. So we'll see kind of in the cards, the rest of the cards here, what that could be. We're going to look at your money career message here, which we have an oracle, and you actually got 4 tarot cards here for this one. I was trying to pull 3, but you guys got 4. So pile 2, we have, you are protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. We have the moon. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Wands. Okay. So with your money career message here, there could be some doubts or some fears with the moon here around this direction, or a direction that you're trying to move into here. It feels like you might have an idea, or you might have kind of this new pathway or a journey here with this Page of Wands to kind of go down. But I almost feel like you're maybe holding yourself back a little bit due to fear of the unknown, or just fears in general, or is this the right decision? Should this be something that I'm doing, right? I feel like you're protected. Like I feel like you're proceed with confidence. So have the confidence that you are moving in the right direction, especially if it feels like the right thing. With the 2 of Wands and the Page of Wands, this could be Actually, this could even be around the Aries new moon. Yes, Aries new moon. Or it could even be, which would be like more near the end of the month. Or this could be, I don't really actually know when the new moon is. But also even just like Aries season, like that kind of like later aspect of the month as we enter Aries season, there might be this sense of like you wanting to initiate something here, or really maybe even just communicate something. It could be expressing something that you've been kind of keeping within you, holding back here. And I feel like it's like, be confident in the direction that you are feeling like you want to go. You know, you are safe and you are protected, and you can proceed with confidence here as long as you believe that, as long as it feels right to you. Some of you could be holding back from like a financial, material aspect. Like there could be something that's making you question that. So it's like you have the inspiration, Two of Wands, Page of Wands, you have the emotions, the deep feelings, and the connection to what it is that you're wanting to pursue, but there's something almost like more practical that you're trying, that's like maybe holding you back, or this like need to have the answers of how something's going to turn out in order for you to feel like it's safe, right? So there's a sense of like you trying to make the safe decision, which I don't know if sometimes that like never shows up, right? Like sometimes we have to go through the physical experience to really see how something's going to play out here. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of direction that you're inspired to move into, that you just need to be confident and be willing to kind of explore and dive deep into it. If you feel like you don't have enough answers, or you feel like you don't have enough clarity, like maybe finding ways to get a sense of clarity, like learning something or exploring something a little bit deeper here with the moon, to see if that'll help give you a little bit more clarity of like where you're trying to go or what you're trying to do. Some of you could definitely be trying to save money, okay? And that could be also too coming into this decision making as well, possibly for some of you. But let's see what's going on in your relationships here. I feel like that was like a very to the point kind of message here, but let's see what's going on in relationships. So we have Wisdom, which is a green card, so it is the heart chakra energy. She kind of reminds me of the Empress here. She's got the globe at her belly. Okay. We have Judgment, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you know what to do in a situation here. There's a relationship between you and someone else. Could be an air sign or a fire sign. I almost kind of feel like with the way that the cards like came out here, this is like an either, like with the King and the Queen facing opposite directions, it's either like it's a coming or a going, like in the sense of you're either going to come together with this person or you're going to split for good. Like there's kind of this like definitive type of answer here. I feel like there's a big decision, but with the Wisdom and then the Judgment, it's like you know what to do in this situation. Now, we did have that like releasing the idea of you can fix someone. So again, that's where I feel like for some of you, this could be a bit of a breaking point with regards to this situation here. I kind of want to get one more card here from this deck. Just give me a moment. I was not doing this with other piles, but I just feel like there's something missing here. So let's see pile 2. Tell us more about this love situation here with Judgment, King of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Wisdom. Some of you may have like, I don't know, if you're unclear about a situation, I think you're going to become very clear. Let me get one more here. we got 4 here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. Interesting, because we have the Queen of Swords, and then we also have that lady who looks like the Empress. The Empress is like all 4 queens. The Emperor is like all 4 kings, okay? So I just feel like, I don't feel like this is separate people. I feel like this is like an energy. I feel as though someone very much knows what they want. This could very well be you. There's a sense of like wanting Ace of Pentacles, right? And not settling for anything less. I feel like you're very focused on this and not opening up to other things. Like you're very much at peace or have this sense of clarity here with this 4 of Swords around what you're looking for. And I think this person or this situation that you're dealing with, it's going to become very clear whether this is or is not your person. I think there's a need to surrender the need to show someone or fix someone or convince them that this is the right direction for the both of you. It's kind of like, let this person make their decision and you can make your decision. And again, I feel like it's almost a sense of like, are we moving forward or are we not? And so I think there's this sense, like some of you may feel like maybe someone's not making a move or something's not progressing when it comes to this relationship. I feel like you're done trying with the 4 of Swords. I just also feel like you're very focused on yourself. Some of you could be focused on your career or just your resources or just like your own things that you have to focus on in your life. I just feel like you're tired and done of trying to convince someone that they, you know, you're what they need or you're what they should want or, you know, this relationship should move forward, whatever the case may be. So I feel like you know, there's a sense of this wisdom, like you have this sense of understanding and knowing what you need to do. And I think it's just a matter of like what this person decides to do. So there's kind of this big moment here with judgment between you and a person of whether you're going to move forward or whether you're not, kind of thing is what I'm feeling. So let's get into the spiritual message here. When it comes to whatever wants to kind of come out, we have the masculine energy. So that would be kind of like the Emperor. We also have the 6 of Swords. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something really positive. I feel like a lot of you the actions that you're taking are leading you towards success. So this masculine energy is taking action, right? Being assertive. I feel like something's heading in a really positive direction here for you. There's success on the horizon for you with the actions that you're taking. I feel like there's really positive changes, but it's like you're letting these things happen. But the 6 of Swords is like being guided. So I feel like you're allowing yourself to be guided towards these opportunities that are going to allow you to be recognized and seen and valued. But these are like positive experiences in your life that are making you feel successful, making you feel like you're doing the right thing and that you're overcoming certain challenges in your life. Right, so you could be coming out of conflict here as well, like really kind of any sort of struggle or stress that you've been maybe experiencing. I feel like with these 2 6s especially, you're being kind of guided out of that, or you're going to be closing out a cycle of that into kind of this new energy. Definitely could be, again, like I was saying, like Aries season seems to be significant for this pile for some reason. So with all this like fire energy, the Emperor would actually be an Aries energy. So I just feel like there's this sense of you making really positive changes in your life. And I feel like these are kind of on the horizon. These are things that some of you may see coming, some of you may not see coming. Like you're kind of just trusting that some things might show up for you. But other things might be a little bit more of a kind of surprise is kind of what I'm getting. But there's definitely this like feel good energy when it comes to these changes. Okay, and I feel like, again, you're allowing kind of the wheel to turn. I'm also getting like season change with this as well. So Again, as we enter Aries season, we're entering what would be spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. So there's just this sense of like the new year, the new you, if you want to kind of play on it that way. But I feel like there's positive changes that you're making. I feel like you're breaking cycles, truthfully, as well, like good or bad. Like you're just like allowing the wheel to turn here and having the courage to take control of the situations and take control of your life and really stand in your power and stand in your strength, to walk into these new phases or walk into these new paths of your life, whether that's in your career or relationships. It's like you are very wise. You just need to be confident and just, you know, be confident that you know what you want, you know what you're looking for, and not be afraid to like go after those things, and let go of things that maybe aren't serving you at the same time as well, right? So I feel like there's this strong power that you hold in your life right now. There's like, it's a sense of control that you have, but not in a controlling way. It just feels very powerful, if that makes sense for you. But yeah, I feel like there's positive changes that are on the horizon if you're doing this type of work and you're just releasing the things that you have no control over and trust that better things will show up for you. Okay, and being grateful for the experiences that you do have in your life. So final messages here, we have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Again, that's that like breaking cycles here that I feel you are doing here, pile 2. We have Air Guardian, shift your perception. I feel like there's been an energy, when it comes to this relationship, there's this, like, this person is also picking up on the changes that you have experienced. Like, you are also kind of like giving off this Queen of Swords energy where it's like, I'm not playing around and I'll drop you like a hat. Like I will, you know what I mean? Like there's kind of this energy of like you not, I don't want to say not caring anymore because I think you do, but it's like you just not trying to control the situation. Like if this person's not going to show up, you're out. Like that type of energy. So I feel like this person's definitely picking up on that, like picking up on your strength. I'm being really drawn to her eyes. So I just feel like this person can feel and see that you're serious. Let's get one more here. We have Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. So I feel like this is also indicating like this Sagittarian energy with this Wheel of Fortune and this arrow. It's like point the arrow in the direction you want to go, right? Shoot your shot. Move towards the things that feel good and trust that direction here. And I wanted to pull this card which says spring, see your seeds grow. And I talked about spring with this energy of that cycle and season change. And we have trust in the unknown. So I feel like you guys are moving kind of through a portal here, moving through a doorway. Trust where you're going, trust where you feel called to go. This is about trusting yourself and believing in yourself and having that strength and wisdom and knowing you have that strength and wisdom within you. And it's like what's coming along with me will come along with me, and I'm going to take action towards the things that feel good and have faith that I can get them to where I want them to be, and trusting that the wheel will turn and things will work out for you, and having gratitude for the things that show up and that are in your life already. So that's what I have for you, pile 2. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this quartz crystal. It's going to be your reading for March 2023. So we're going to go through the oracles here for the general messages first, and then we'll get into the sections. So we have the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Okay, so I feel like there's your intuition for sure. I feel like there's this boldness here coming off of you. Let's see what the other cards have to say here first. We have non-duality, letting your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You become fluent at doing both. Yeah, there's this sense of like peace here. Some of you could be really tapping into your spirituality or like meditating a lot. We have meditation. Yeah, I just feel like there's this sense of you really being in this like high priestess mode, basically. We also have divine masculine, electric, and active power. So masculine and feminine, strong energy. But again, I feel like it's almost like this non-duality where it's like you have this balance between the two. We have stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. And we have surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Okay, so pile 3, I feel like there's this you have strong manifestation capabilities right now. I feel like March is going to be a month of you really balancing out your energy, maintaining your energetic levels as well. So like some of you could be meditating, or it doesn't even have to be meditating for some of you. Like some of you, I'm getting this is like activities that you do that bring you peace, right? Things that kind of calm you down. This could be going for a walk. This could be reading a book. This could be coloring. This could be going and hanging out with friends. This is like things that you do that like help ground you so that you're not so stressed out with like life, right? Things that you enjoy to do. And so that this could just even be like spending time alone, right? I feel like you're in a sense of like trying to maintain peace and balance in your life and also progress. Like you're trying to evolve here, manifest new things, create new things in your life. I feel like you're taking action, but there's also the spiritual sense of you. Like there's a balance between the doing and the being. And that you can have both. You don't have to constantly be pushing all the time. You don't have to constantly be in the masculine energy. You can also be in the feminine energy and be just as powerful, if not more powerful, because you have both, because you can access both. And so I feel like you're also working through some of your mindset things when it comes to beliefs of what you can create and what you can have in your life. And I feel like this has to do with that manifestation, and also this sense of like you taking a step back, or meditating, whatever that looks like for you, doing those things to help your mindset as well, to help keep that clarity when it comes to your mind as well. So I feel like there's a strong, like if you can maintain this, you're going to see a lot of things start to come your way. A lot of potential in your life, or just feeling like there's a lot of potential as well. Like you're just like feeling more powerful and more connected than maybe you've been feeling because of just your vibration and your state here. So this looks really positive. Some of you, this is like something you're working on. Others of you have already kind of started this, and it's about maintaining that and really like harnessing. This is a skill, right? Knowing when and where to take a step back and when to take action. That's a skill that people have to kind of learn, especially if you live kind of in the more Western world. We're usually taught and conditioned to like go, go, go all the time. And that, taking a break means you're lazy, which is the furthest thing from the truth, right? So I feel like there's this strong balance, and there's this this power that you're exuding coming off of this. Some of you could also be really like manifesting, or really using that like Piscean energy to like envision your future as well. So you could be really doing a lot of like dreaming about the future, or thinking about the future, making plans for the future, and then eventually you'll start to take action. So, and the High Priestess would be like a Piscean energy. So you could also be in that energy as well. So let's see what's going on for your money career section. We have an oracle, and we have 3 tarot cards. So we have no, it is not yet time. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. So interesting with even just what I just said, like you could be making plans, but the action will come. You could even be thinking of taking action more into like April, once we kind of obviously really get into Aries season, but also as we enter Taurus season, that's when we start to lay the groundwork for things, right? We have the 7 of Cups, we have the World, and we have the 9 of Wands. So there is this sense of, I feel like the World card is just signifying it's like your career, your job. I feel like it's not the right time to take action because there's like this sense of lack of clarity, or there's just a lot of options and you're maybe not 100% sure which one to take, okay? And so if there's this lack of clarity or there's this confusion around what's next or what to do, that's not usually a good place to take action from. I think things will become clear with this Ace of Swords there, but at the right time. I feel like with this 9 of Wands too, it's like it's a 9, so it's completing the end of a cycle. I feel like you're starting to get to the end of this. Like you're very, very close to whatever taking action on this thing, whatever this is, but it's like waiting for that right moment. Some of you are kind of burnt out, you're a little bit tired. And again, this is making sure that you're not burning yourself out with work as well. So again, taking that rest that you need. And maybe this is an opportunity to rest. Like, I know sometimes I'm in my work, like outside of this, it's like, you know, if I have clients that are maybe, you know, it's like maybe I have a week and there's like a lot of cancellations or whatever. It's like, sometimes I'm like, it's always those weeks that I'm like, I needed the most rest. It's like the universe somehow knew to have these people cancel. As much as I'm frustrated, you know, maybe from a financial perspective, it's like on an energy level, it's like, oh, thank God, you know? So I think there could be something around that, like embrace this season of rest or embrace this slower season, and so that you're ready to take action when the time is right. So you could feel a little bit restricted right now, and it could be restricted due to lack of clarity and just not knowing which action to take, because you might have a lot of options, or you just might want to take action on all these things, but you don't know which one to go to first or take action on first. I think that's going to become more clear. So take the time, like with all these other cards, like take the time to take a step back, see the potential, and like follow the energy of when it feels right to take action. Don't force or push yourself to take action because you feel like you should. So I feel like that's kind of the message here that's coming up for you in your money career. I feel like there's a little bit of stress with that. And again, I just think it's like making sure that you're not burning yourself out. It's not so much like mental stress though. It's almost like more physical stress. But you could, again, 7 of Cups is like vision. It's Piscean energy. So there could be this like vision, this goal, these dreams that you have for your career, and feeling like you're not quite there yet, or you just feel like things haven't been moving forward. And I just feel like it's because it hasn't been the right time. And it's like things will play out in their divine timing. Everyone's favorite words. But when we can kind of surrender to that a little bit and not push ourselves just to do things, then usually it works out better than expected. And it feels better to us as well when we're in that space of just allowing. So I think you're going to get there, and I think you're very close, and I think it's just a matter of like trusting that timing piece. So we're going to get into your love messages here. We have creation. We have the 6 of Swords. We also have the 3 of Wands and High Priestess. Look at that. We got the High Priestess twice. So some of you have a relationship that's coming in, like you're manifesting a relationship here with this creation, the High Priestess, 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords. You could meet someone while traveling. I feel like this love message is more so for people who aren't in a relationship, or if you're getting to know someone, I feel like there could be distance between the two of you, or there could also be this energy of like, you might go a period of time without speaking because of, again, there's like a separation here. It doesn't really feel like it's like a negative separation as much as it could be like work related, or like maybe this person or you has to go away for work. And I almost feel, yeah, like it could be that, or they could live at a distance. You just don't see this person a lot. But there is this manifestation, I feel, with the High Priestess coming out twice here. A lot of you are bringing and creating a relationship to like come towards you, or having a relationship come towards you here. Or you're heading towards one, if you want to look at it that way as well. I feel like you've been waiting. Some of you have been single for a very long time, okay, with this High Priestess as well. Like I'm kind of getting like you've been waiting for the right person to show up, or the right person to enter your life, or you to meet the right person, or whatever. Like you've been patient here. And I feel like you've been like looking for the right type of a person is what I'm getting. My camera is like kind of, I don't know what the color looks off, but anyway, I was doing this on the other piles too. But yeah, I feel like you've been waiting for this. I feel like you could be kind of taking some action as well. You could be maybe coming out of like a more solitude period of time in your life, and now you're going out and socializing a little bit more. You could be going out and like maybe you feel more confident, you feel more secure in yourself, you just feel you have this like High Priestess energy where you just feel very confident. And so you could also be starting to move out into the world a little bit as well, knowing that if you want to meet people, you have to obviously kind of be in the world somehow, right? So you might just feel ready for a connection as well, because some of you have definitely maybe been single for a while. Others of you, again, if you have like a newer connection or someone you're just kind of like dealing with right now, I just feel like there's going to be progression here. I feel like there might be, again, Aries season has been very significant in these readings. And even the Emperor type of energy has been popping up. I feel like as we enter, so 6 weeks from now, which would be right into Aries season, this is an Aries energy as well. This like transition of Pisces to Aries season, I just feel like is going to be very significant. And I mean, the astrology signifies that as well, of just the transits that we have, the collective transits. So I just feel like there's big shifts happening here, and there could definitely be a big shift in your love life that comes in here for you, pile 3. So let's get into the spiritual message here. This is kind of just like whatever. Could be guidance, could be advice, could be a whole nother message, could be related to either of these categories, whatever comes out. We have It's All Good, number 18. We have the 4 of Wands. See, like I said, you're headed towards with the 3 and the 4. So I think you would definitely are, some of you are heading towards a relationship. We have the Hanged Man. It's maybe been delayed. And we have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, I feel like there's this sense of things have maybe been delayed. Again, it might not be until like the fire season, like Aries season, like Pisces season, things might be kind of slow, or again, you're prepping. Okay, you're prepping, you're manifesting, you're doing the more like feminine type of things, getting yourself prepared before that time of action is required once we enter a more masculine energy of Aries. Or just forward moving energy. I feel like things have maybe felt delayed, but like you're headed in the right direction. So there's like no need to worry. It's all good. Even if it's like, if this is with regards to your achievements, right? 4 of Wands can talk about achievements. So even with regards to your achievements and the success that you're looking for in your life, I feel like you're moving in the right direction. Even if things feel like, oh, I'm just not getting there. Like things might have, even coming into March, like things just might feel kind of stagnant for you, pile 3. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like it's almost like you've been prepping. Things haven't been happening, or feel like maybe they haven't been happening because it's been prepping you energetically to take care of your energy so that you're ready when all this starts to move forward, or these changes in your life start to happen. It's been helping you get to this Queen of Wands energy where you feel empowered, you feel confident and you know, courageous and creative and all these things, like all the energy that you've needed or that you're going to need. Some of you needed a more quiet period to kind of work on yourself here, right? And that's, again, just cycles of life, seasons of life in that regard, right? So stay focused on your vision, your dreams, the things that you're trying to create and manifest in your life this month. I feel like there could be a lot of planning here for you in the month of March. And then as we kind of get to the end of March into April, you're going to start to maybe see some more movement and some more progress here. Okay, so I think you're headed on the right track. For some of you, when Saturn enters Pisces, that could have a significant influence on your career, okay? Saturn doesn't enter Pisces until March 7th. You know, so kind of I feel like, again, as we get into the month, it's going to kind of progress into that sign. So, you know, give it some time to kind of show itself of how that energy is going to show up for you. Okay, let's get some final messages here for you. Pile 3 for March. We have Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. We also have Spring, see your seeds grow. I feel like this love situation in spring or in Aries season is going to, like, again, give it 6 weeks. Where you either meet a person or you start to see things actually move forward. Like there's going to be a sense of things starting to grow as we Aries into Taurus season. Some of you could be looking at doing like a service business, or you're in a service somehow when it comes to your career. And I think you're trying to figure out how to trade your skills for money, right? Like, how do I make money? I think that could be something that you're trying to figure out, like, what are the skills and everything that I have that I can offer to be of value to people and to also make money. And it's like, until you get clear on that, it's like, again, that's where I feel like there's a timing piece here. Let's get one more here for you, pile 3. One more for pile 3. Okay, we got 3. Bottom of the deck, we have Druid, hold the space. So again, I feel like there's this pause, like things might not be time right now, but they're going to start to reveal of when to take action as you move through March. We have Moon, take note of intuitive messages. We had that High Priestess twice, so your intuition is going to be strong, and that's, again, take your intuition and listen to your intuition when it comes to the taking action on things in your life. We also have trust your talents in changing times. So again, I just feel like there's a transition possibly that you're looking to make. You have talents and skills. It's just you figuring out like how you're going to make those things work. And then we have choose your path. So again, when it comes to taking action here, trust your intuition, trust yourself. Things are changing, and that means that we don't always find the solutions like right away, right? Sometimes there's a little bit of a lull in between of us having to find our clarity here, right? Hold that space, honor your intuition, honor your inner knowing here. And I feel like that'll lead you down the right path here. Like, just really trust your intuition and trust your manifestations and believe in your manifestations that you can create these things and you will be able to create them. You just have to make it through this like pause, this like maybe this period of feeling like things are stagnating or things aren't moving. That doesn't mean they're not going to move. You just have to stick with what you're trying to create in your life and just trust when the right time to take action shows up, that'll be your time. So that is what I have for you, pile 3. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.